Nope, you're in the office with Joseph Skoda, Dr. Joe Skoda, Social Media Shows Network, josephskoda.com, retired Air Force veteran, CEO and founder of GI Connections, so many other things going on in my life. Have you ever had a bad day? How about a bad week, month, year, where things didn't quite work out? Maybe you started a job and you lost it for whatever reason, went to school and didn't quite pan out. Ask someone you thought you could spend the rest of your life without, and he says, hit the road, Jack. Yeah, that happens in life. And we know if we don't take chances, nothing's ever going to happen positive. We can't just coast. Sometimes you have to make waves, and more importantly, make things happen for ourselves. They lazy for not. And what I learned in business, this is so important because sometimes we'll start off slow. We usually should start off slow, especially if we don't know the business. I'm in direct sales, for instance, and you have to learn a few things. You have to invest in yourself. Some people think home-based businesses are easy. It doesn't cost much time, and you just push a button, and 20 minutes later you get paid. In some cases, yeah, but it doesn't start off that way. When you finally get your PhD, heck, get your first associate's degree, it took me 12 years to get my first associate's degree. It's one class at a time, one course at a time to get you there. Now, if you have the time, sometimes you want to take 2 or 3 classes a semester, or even more if you can. I can only take 1. I know me. I know how I can focus on things. I can only take 1 class at a time. Therefore, it took me a little bit longer to get my education completed. And in business is almost the same way. We think we know what's going on, and something doesn't pan out because we don't always give it our best effort. Does anyone here play blackjack? I love to play blackjack. And the whole idea is to get a blackjack. It's usually an ace and a face card. Well, 10, jack, queen, king, and that will give you 21. Now, sometimes you might get 2 aces, for instance. And there are a lot of face cards, right? Remember 10, jack, king, and queen. And you can split those aces and potentially have a king here and a queen there, and get 2 blackjacks, which will pay you double. And sometimes you'll get maybe a king showing, and we don't even know what the other card is. It's coming, or another face card, and you say, I just want to double down. And boom! And you hope an ace pops up, or at least another 10, somewhere in that. And that's how you make your money in life. Because when if you bid $20, you win, you won $20, which is great. But if you double down, your $20 investment can now be $40. It can be $60, it can be $100. And that's the same in life. Like I said, it took me 12 years to get my associate's degree. Now, like I said, I'm an Air Force veteran. I was unable to go to school full-time or all the time. So therefore, it took me a little bit longer than other people. But if you want to get your education quicker, take 2 courses a semester or 3 courses a semester. Sometimes you have to double down your efforts. You want to start a business, it's not quite going the way you want it or you think it should, double down your efforts. Double down the investment on yourself, double down maybe on different marketing systems or knowledge that you may need, double down on the people you contact, and you will see results. We have to double down sometimes just to get a little further ahead. How do we get further ahead? How do people trust us? Here's the secret. You do just a little bit more than the next guy or the next girl. You know just a little bit more, and you can become the expert. For instance, when Instagram came out, for instance, I didn't know much about Instagram, but I belonged to a company that started teaching courses on Instagram. And I took some of those courses, I studied it, I opened up my own account, and eventually got my name and brand out there, and people coming to me, how do you do that? Show me. All of a sudden, I'm an expert. Not an expert at making money through Instagram, but I became an expert in sending people to courses to learn how to use Instagram or how to do Facebook ads or start YouTube videos. When you learn just a little bit more than the next guy or gal, then be a little bit smarter. And why don't you double down those investments also? If you send out, let's just say 100 emails a day to a bunch of people, hoping you get a 10% return, good luck on that one. Usually 2 to 3%, but it can be 4 or 5, even 10%. But imagine you send out 200 emails, and even if it's 4%, instead of getting 4 people to buy your product or service, now you're having 8. And let's just, I don't care if it's a $10 commission check you get off everyone. You could be making $40 a day, or you could be making $80 a day. Either one is not going to make or break you, but if those 8 people do the same thing you do and you get half of their commission check, let's just say 8, let's see, 5, that's an extra $40 that they're doing for you, and you're getting the 80 on top of that, it's 120 despite half of that. So 120, 60, it can make a difference. That extra $100, that extra $200, that extra $500 is a game changer for a lot of people. Now they can eat better food instead of junk food on a regular basis, or maybe they can help pay their kids' lunches or send them on that field trip. Or have you looked at gas prices lately? That extra couple $100 can go a long way. And if you do it right, and maybe you're making $500 extra to help with your mortgage or even a car payment or pay down some of that debt, and later on you realize, oh, I'm kind of working from home now. I have a home office. I can write that off. Oh, I'm driving over here to do a presentation. Oh, I can write that off. Oh, I have to get my haircut or buy some nice clothes. I can write that off. I paid for this marketing system. I can write that off. That's what all business owners do. They can write off certain things that most of us can't if we don't have a business of our own. And you do not have to have a multi-million-dollar business to make some money or have the same tax benefits that those big corporations do. Maybe it's time to double down your effort and learn a new skill that's going to take you further ahead than your competition. Right? If I'm selling Amway and my neighbor across the street is selling Amway, and a customer drives down the road and we both have our Amway signs up, let's just say that, which one is that potential client going to go to? Are they going to go to me, or are they going to go across the street? If I double down my efforts and put a picture or some music or have the Tupperware on the table in front of the yard, I may get more clients than my neighbor across the street. Or what if my client across the street doesn't do that, doesn't put pictures and signs up in their front yard, but they turn to social media and they send emails out, or they get on Facebook and maybe do videos and say, you need to buy this latest Tupperware product. It's the best out there. And I'm still old school. I'm putting signs in my yard. Signs work. Products in front of someone's face works. But if you need a little extra and double down your marketing efforts, my neighbor's going to do better than me, because I'm limited to the ones driving up and down the road to see what I have. I'm limited by word of mouth, people who purchased from me before and telling their friends. But when you open up to the World Wide Web, now your clients are almost everyone in the world, potential customers, almost anyone in the world. We have to double down our efforts sometime to get bigger and better results. For a long time, I was playing business owner. You know what I mean? Playing business owner, go to some of the seminars, but send an email out maybe every couple weeks, maybe put a sign in my yard. I've done those things. Contact friends and family when I had chance to. And when you do that, the IRS considers that a hobby. A hobby. Are you in this for the long haul, or you just played around to see what works or what clicks? Now, I've jumped from business to business to different businesses throughout the years, thinking there's a shiny nickel over there and a better opportunity. I have a better chance of making some money. Some cases, yeah, but the problem was not the product or service. The problem with not making money was me. I wasn't consistent. I was not always doing what my sponsors or trainers were telling me to do. I was not branding myself. I was still stuck in, I have to put a sign on my front yard and tell my friends and tell all their friends to come on down and buy something from me. I was doing that at the thrift shop. Believe it or not, for years I had a couple tables at a thrift shop. Well, not a thrift shop, but a swap meet. Swap meet. I love those. There's some good camaraderie among all the salespeople. It's fun. And one day I actually made $800 in one day. Once. I made $500 to $600 several other times, but usually I made $100 a day working 8 hours out there, dragging my stuff from home and setting it up and taking it back and trying to find storage. I'll make $100 to $200 on the weekend, maybe $300. Was it worth my time? Maybe. If I learned certain marketing skills, maybe if I was able to get rid of some junk or things I had laying around I had to get rid of anyways, maybe it was worth it. Maybe just for that social interaction with different customers, it was worth it. But I was never going to get rich doing that. I was never going to make the money I need to have the lifestyle I wanted. Sure, if I made $200 a week, that's still $800 a month, right? Sure. And when you double down, you have to reinvest that money into more product, into more services, into more marketing, into your own brain of knowledge, and use that money to develop certain skills that some of the other people didn't quite have. Now, my good looks and charm are not going to last forever. I'm going to have to learn something else and have more of an automated system to help bring in the clients. Because when someone purchases from you, you want them to continuously come back, right? You want them to continuously come back. If you ask someone out, hopefully you get a phone number and they say, let's go out again. Please call me again sometime. If you're going to school, hopefully you're trying to get good grades, not just to get a good grade, but actually learn the material. That's all part of follow-up in life. Those are all part of the little things we have to do to succeed, to have a little bit more of what maybe some of our own family and friends don't have, but more importantly, what feels good here inside. What are you doing to feel good inside? And trust me, I love playing poker. I love playing poker. I love playing blackjack. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I love that Kenny Rogers song. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. That's the way our lives are. Know when to walk away, know when to run, know when to double down, know when to get out of the game altogether. Have to fold sometimes and move on to bigger and better things. And don't ever call yourself out short. Sometimes we have people who love us, but they'll constantly put us down, ask us, what are you doing? Or tell us you're wasting your time, or well, why don't you just get a job? Whatever those things are. They mean well, they just don't want to see us be frustrated and stressed all the time. And that's when I tell you, that's when I beg you, that's when I recommend to you, double down. Make more phone calls, get more marketing materials out there, learn something new that's going to pay off in the long run. Once we learn something, we learn it. Sure, we may be rusty. For instance, I'm a licensed FAA aircraft mechanic, A&P mechanic. I probably got that license 30 years ago. I haven't touched a plane in 20 years. I would not be the person you'd want to call to fix an airplane to make sure it flies again. I have the knowledge, I can go back and read books. I can ask questions. I can take some refresher courses if that's something I want to get back into. Right now, I don't. Who knows what the future holds, though? Any knowledge is good knowledge. But guess what? As I was learning how to do different things on the plane, learn how to change a landing gear or change a light or do an annual inspection. Sure, I got paid to do those things, but can you imagine if I used that knowledge to teach classes? I was taking a class I told you I'm in the Air Force, and I was taking a class from another Air Force guy who was an A&P mechanic, and the college hired him to teach those things he learned when he was getting his license. You don't have to sell Tupperware or become an aircraft mechanic or a bookkeeper. Maybe you're the one who wants to design signs that people can purchase from you to put in their front yard, or design websites or other marketing funnels that other people will gladly purchase from you to find their own success in their own life. Anyways, life's not good. I'm not going to keep you here forever. When things seem to be falling apart, maybe it's just time to double down those efforts for better success. You want to make that $20 every now and then, but you get a good hand, or you want to make 40, 400, 4,000. You have to decide that one for yourself. Boy, Mini Office with Joseph Skoda. Encourage you. Find time, make time to double down. Bye now. If you liked our show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or find us on any social media platform, Instagram, of course, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts and join our team. Anyways, we appreciate you staying tuned week after week, day after day, because we continuously build up our network to bring to you what you're asking for. Have a great day.